Even in my waiting period, honestly, it's my growing period. Dumelang Di Chomi, how you doing? Welcome to Laugh with Gillian. Today we're getting ready because I'm going to brunch. It's quite an early brunch, so I need to just at least look a bit put together, and then I'll be trying like to do the hot chocolate makeup. So let us begin. Interesting. So it's not funny, but this week has been quite interesting on the socials. And when I say the socials, I mean literally for our, how can I say it, our South African YouTubers, because a lot of, I know, like for me, and I'm first going to talk about me, I know for me, I've been single for 30 years. Like I have never dated. And also, if we dated in high school, please don't judge yourself, you're not married, so it doesn't count. And I just feel like in high school you are not really at that mature level to actually know really about dating. Look, kudos to those who got married after high school. That was real life love, which I really love. But then then you get people like myself, and then that don't work out. There we go. So sometimes, I'm saying sometimes because it's not like every day, sometimes, yeah, I'm like, it does get a tad, not tad, yeah, I don't know how to rephrase it. So sometimes I'll be like, okay, Father God, when are you gonna send me my person, you know? Like my person. I see my friends are in relationships, I see my friends are getting married, but when are you gonna send me my person, right? And then I have I give myself like a good, I'll have a day and I'll go through it, and that is completely okay, because it's realistic to have those feelings, right? But then I look at the dating scene, right? And the dating scene these days is just terrible, especially like in Johannesburg, because I live in Johannesburg. In Johannesburg, it's just terrible because it just feels like men don't, and I'm saying men because I'm into men, so that's what I'm talking about, in my personal experience, right? So with men, they are, I don't know how to explain this. Let me just see if I can change the lighting, because there we go. I think that's way better. Okay, I think that is way better. Okay, there we go. We'll just leave it like so. Okay, so there we go. So with men these days, is most of them are not dating, or most of them don't want to be in a relationship. Let's start off there. And we live in such a hookup culture that men only, most of the time, sexualize me. And then it's a thing of they what do they call it, smash and pass, that's what they want to do, and I am not part of that. I don't like that. I've never been that person. I just don't like that. So yes, it has become very difficult for me to date in Joburg, because I'm not part of that lifestyle. And secondly, my type, I'm just starting to feel like my type is not in Joburg. And if my type is not even in South Africa, I'm still okay with that. It's not the end all of everything, because also South Africa is not the world. The people forget that there are so many other countries and continents on this world, that if you don't find your person in South Africa, it doesn't mean that your person is not there. And then we put unnecessary pressure on ourselves. Thirdly, I feel like it's gonna sound so vile. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So vile, But my person, like my type, I'm not, you know, let me put it this way. Like, people who are not my type are the ones approaching me. And I'm like, you're standing in the way of my type. That's why I said it's going to sound so vile. But with all the laughter, like literally with all the laughter and jokes that I do make, like sometimes being single can be draining. Can be draining. Especially when it comes like to, that was like a whole skin prep. I'm almost done with my skin prep because wowza. I need to keep this makeup on until tonight because I'm not gonna put on makeup just to take it off to re-add it. No, thank you. I might just, no, I shouldn't. So, there we go. Warm it up. Sunscreen. Before she gets the girl she knows she is. Look at that glow. It's already back. It's already back. Love it. Sorry, now I lost my train of thought. Okay, there we go. So being single it's not bad. Let's start off there. It's not bad. There are days that you do feel lonely and that you do question your worth. But also, if you're gonna base your worth on a guy, rather stay single. And that is one thing that I've also learned, like for myself too, because I don't need a guy or a man to make me feel like Joel. Does that make sense? Like, I am Joel and I am Joel. Like, I don't need a man to be the G in Joel because I am Joel. And I feel like that's also where it gets like a bit tricky when women go like on the internet and cry and be like, they wonder when that person is coming. Like, I've made a TikTok and I've been like, I just don't understand. Like, I've been waiting. I'm in my waiting period and it's been 30 years. But if you read the Bible, you know how many people waited on God? Like years upon years upon years, where their blessings only came like when they were 70, you know? Or when they were way, way, way older. The times that I don't think that the blessings are going to come. Also, I can't be waiting until I'm 70 just saying, Father God, please. Because I do feel like I'll be a great mom, but I don't want kids out of marriage. Like, I want kids in marriage. I don't know why I'm choking. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. But yeah, so if you as a woman, because I'm not gonna use the G word because we are women, if you as a woman start feeling like you're not worthy because you don't have a person, a man in your life, I just feel like you really have to re-examine yourself and maybe just use that time to work on yourself, get to know yourself and get to know the value. You know, you can't base your value on a man who walks on this earth, 2 legs, just like you, and feel like you will be fulfilled when you meet the one, because that's not always guaranteed. I feel like sometimes we look for happiness in the wrong places. Happiness starts within. If you're going to start looking for happiness in the wrong places, you will never feel that happiness. It is just how it is. And I'm not just talking because I read this on Pinterest. No, because I learned that and I experienced that, and it took a lot of hard work in me to be like, okay, cool, but what is happiness? Where do I find happiness? What brings me happiness? Who brings me happiness? And when it had to be people from the outside, is that the happiness I want? I'm filming with natural lighting because I'm going outside and I want my makeup to look cute, like when I'm outside. I don't want it to look plastered on. And it's okay to express yourself, to be honest. It's okay to express yourself, to cry, to let it out, because at the end we are humans, we have emotions. But I would say don't let that define you, okay? Don't let that define you. God has such an amazing plan with each one of us. Like, let me rather just speak about myself, because God has been good throughout my life, okay? He has been good throughout my life. But God's plan is not to harm us. It is not to hurt us. It is to bless us and protect us from the things that are not for us. And when I say that, I know a lot of my prayer, like I do pray. I pray for a life partner. But in the same prayer, I'm like, God, please send me somebody deserving of me. And please make me that person to be deserving of that person. And if it's not for me, let it miss me, because it's true. If it's not for you, it'll miss you. And that is why sometimes I'm like, no, now I know I'm single, because that has been my prayer. Like, if it's not for me, let it miss me. And the guys who have come across like my life, when I look back, most of them are not for me. Most of them wouldn't be able to have been that person, to have been my Superman, you know. Like, I'm that person. Like, in a relationship and also in marriage, the man is the head of the house. Like, I don't care who makes a lot of money, I don't care about that, but also he is the man of the house. So that is what I need. I need a man of the house. I can't be a man of the house. I'm a woman. Like, I'm already like, I've taken up a lot in my life, you know. I'm already so strong for myself that when I meet that person, I need a man to be like, you know what, babes, I got us. You know, I got us. Like, whether it's financially, not that I'm depending on a man financially, because I am able to still afford my lifestyle, but security, you know, for when the time comes when we have kids and someone has to stay at home, that it will be like, okay, babes, you know what, we got this. Like, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to stress about it. That's what I want. Whew, child. And this is, I know I'm jumping around, because as I'm talking, I'm thinking, my favorite setting spray. Oh my gosh. This setting spray is the bombdiggity.com, and also it is under like 100 rand, so why wouldn't you want to get it? But there's this sermon that I always tell people to listen to, especially if you're single. It's called Single and Stuck. It's part of Pastor Mike Todd's sermon on relationship goals, reloaded. But that sermon where Pastor Rick Wilkinson is preaching about being single and stuck. And he says, and there's a part, and I'm paraphrasing, but there's a part that he says that you, as women, we tend to take over the man's role in the house. And we like, he's not stepping it up. Why is he not stepping it up? But if you have taken over that role, why would a man want to step up? Like, why? Because it's like, no, but she got it. She is the queen of the house. Why would he feel the need to step it up? And like, and that's the thing. Like, for me, whoever I meet, they need to know, like, babes, you are the one who's going to take charge of the whole. Like, I'll be home manager. I'm okay being a house manager because I'm good at that. But that is also how I've been raised. Like, that the man is the head of the house, the head of the table. And why would I want to take over a man's duties? Like, why? And I've never been that person. So in that sermon, that's actually what Pastor Rich talks about. And he also talks about how people are always like, when they date, or not, I'm paraphrasing, but when they date, they're dating to change people. Like, in today's day and age, if this is the person you meet, don't think by you dating them, you're going to change them. That is the person that you'll spend the rest of your life with. And that is also why I always take a step back. When I meet a guy and the first thing he's doing is complaining about money, and I'm like, no, this is not the person I want. Or when I meet a guy and the first thing he does is like, I don't go to church, that blah, blah, blah. Not the guy for me, because me, on a Sunday, I go to church. Monday to Saturday, I read my Bible. I may not be a pro, but I am learning. And I want my husband and my boyfriend, look at me, my husband and my boyfriend to be the same, to be like, babes, we are praying together, we are reading together, we are going to church together. Not on Sundays, the one goes somewhere else and the other one goes to church, because how are we going to raise kids, you know? So yeah, that was quite deep. Let me carry on with my face. Because I'm going to do my brows off camera, like I'm going to complete them and then I'm going to come back. I feel like I look cute. Now, I feel like it's also very important to be careful from where you take your dating advice from. I learned that very, I don't want to say late, but I learned that very quick. Because if you're going to take your dating advice from somebody who's been hurt in relationships, and somebody who's not given themselves time to heal, you are just going to see the bad in relationships. If you're going to take your dating advice from somebody who is carrying anger and hasn't dealt with that yet, same thing. That's the type of advice you will be faced with. And I've also realized, like, some of my friends who've been in relationships, like, and that don't work out, they'll be like, stay away from me, stay away from me, stay away. And I remember one day I actually lost it, because I'm like, how can you say stay away from me if I've never had that opportunity? So allow me to have that opportunity and make that decision for myself. Because sorry, some of us do want to get, yes, I do want to get married. I'm not gonna stay here and be like, oh no, I just say yeah. I don't just want to live with the person. I want to build a family, and for me to build a family is by getting married. So why would I want to do that? Like, why not? And also, I feel like I'll be a cute bride. I got these little spongy things from Shein. Like, there's a pack of 10 and they're absolutely amazing, but this is the first time I'm using them to actually do my under eye concealer. So we'll see. I've actually let my concealer sit for quite a while, which I don't usually do, but as long as I get like a natural finish, I'm okay. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad, but I don't think I am baking today, because maybe I should, because I'm going to be out for so long. Yeah, so, not yeah, I keep on saying and yeah. So it's very important. And before you get into a relationship, and I'm also, because this is me right now, don't be afraid to work on yourself. Don't be afraid to state what you want in a relationship. Don't feel like you need to minimize yourself to fit in somebody else's world, because at the end they also need to fit into your world. And what is more important for you, to make other people feel good about themselves, or to be you no matter the person, you know? And I feel like sometimes we lose ourselves so much trying to be something we're not, just because society says a woman should be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or an elegant woman should dress this way, or a woman that wants to get a man should sound this way. Like, who died and made you queen? Like, why are you saying that? Because what works for you won't work for me, because we are unique. We are unique. So it's not like one shoe fits all. Yes, it's true, like if everybody's a size 5, it will fit. But what I'm saying, in like the dating life and when it comes to advice life, be very careful what you expose yourself to. I'm kind of like my face, you know, that's so cute. I'm like prachtig, dit lyk so prachtig. Sure, ons is amper klaar. One thing that I don't like though is when women start calling women who actually want to be in relationship pathetic, or when people express their emotions and they dismiss it. And like I said, it's because some of those people have been hurt, which, what the reality is, some of those people have been hurt. You know what? Me trying to argue with the thing and it doesn't want to open. Now that irritates me. So I'm just gonna, I was gonna bake, but the thing doesn't want to open, so no baking today. Just press it in so my under eye doesn't crease. So like if I look at some of the comments on Twitter about like women who have expressed themselves about wanting to get a companion and crying and, you know, being honest, because I just feel like some people in real life, and I say real life, I mean like in person, they can't really speak to their friends, so the next best thing is to come on the internet because they're like, maybe I'll get somebody who can relate to me, and which is okay, and it's completely okay, because I feel like there are, I've even seen, I've gotten more relatable people on the internet than in my real life. Look, I feel like that's also changing. Like the more I mature and the more I grow up, the more I adult up, the more I realize the friends that I have around me and how lucky and blessed I am to have them, and that they do, like, they understand. Like sometimes it's hard because you have to repeat yourself so many times, but then when they get it, they get it, because I'm like, okay, cool, but kindly note that I am always the one who's the spare wheel. I am always the one who never has a plus one. Like, just let that sink in, right? Oh, I would have loved to paint my face. Like, it would have looked so cute. It would have literally looked so... I know, like, on camera it looks like I'm an Oompa Loompa, but I'm not. Like... Oh, cameras can lie though. They say it puts like 100 pounds on. So yeah, and then a lot of times I feel like I also mask what I'm going through with jokes, because how else am I gonna get through this life? Sometimes it's just a joke, like not being rude or anything, it is just a joke. Just a joke. I kind of like it. Okay, I can deal with this. Okay, it looks natural, it looks cute, and I need to start getting going. I don't even know what to do. There we go. It's like everywhere. It's like everywhere. But even, let me tell you something too, because I keep on telling y'all, even in my waiting period, honestly, it's my growing period. Because the longer I wait, the more I realize that if I had dated a certain person, trust me, I'll be so unhappy. I feel like I wouldn't be half the person I am today. And sorry to use that word, but I would have settled. And I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so glad God protected me from that, because growing up, I'm not gonna lie, I always thought that I was gonna get married at, like, let's say 23, 24. I know that's like super young. 23, 24, and I have kids, like all my kids were like 26, 28. But throughout those years, I ended up traveling, and I ended up seeing a different part of the world. And when I look back, I wasn't matured enough to be a wife. I wasn't matured enough to be in that, how do I call it, in that situation, because that wasn't my time. And the one thing about God's timing is, when it's your time, it is your time. Nobody can take it away from you, like absolutely nobody. Guys, my camera keeps on heating up, and I'm praying for a new camera. I am praying for a new camera. Like, because what is this, child? What is this? I always use like this color here. You see this color here? But it always turns out dark, and I'm like, why? Catrice, why? Because I kind of wanted it just to be like a natural, but now it looks like my eyes are like dark, so now I have to mix it with comfy just to give it more of a, there we go, more of a neutral, natural look. Because when it comes to eyeshadow, I feel like sometimes I just put eyeshadow on because it's a habit, even though I don't always like wearing it. And then also, like, then my eyelids don't always crease, so then I use it like as a setting the way. There we go. So my camera is heating up, which makes me baie, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, do I like niet te bad, nee? Dit like baie meer natuurlijk. Oh, daar was iets in my oog. Okay, die like baie meer natuurlijk, you see? What I'm going to do is I'm just quickly going to set, and then get an outfit, get ready, and then I'll come finish the rest of my face and my hair. I'm almost done. My battery is dying. Like, guys, please pay for me for a new camera, because what is this? Like, what is this? Like, what is these? So yeah, so, and also as a young girl, please don't ever feel pressurized that you need to be in a relationship because you see your faves are in a relationship. Please don't feel like you can only get what you want because a man can give it to you. No, don't ever let that be the reason. Get it yourself. It might take longer, but while you're in your waiting period, show that man. Sure, I almost thought there's something on my leg. Meantime, it's my braids. While you're in your waiting period, show that man why you are the one. Because if he, and I've always been this person, if you find me living a certain lifestyle, you better be coming to elevate it. Don't take me 10 steps back. So be that girl. Like, be that. I feel like that's a cute dancer. I don't want to do too much, guys. No. Yeah, that's good. I've always said this. Like, you found me living a certain lifestyle. Me, I have a passport, and I've renewed my passport, and I've used it. So don't think that you're going to take me back, or don't think I'm waiting for you to show me what the world has to offer. Because trust me, God has given me the opportunity to see what the world has to offer, and I can't even wait. Like, I can't wait to explore even more. This year wasn't the best year, but you know what, we move, because not all the years can be the best years. Some years are just here to humble us. And that is exactly what has been happening to me. I'm not even going to do any, any highlighter on my brow bone and inside corner, because I know I'm going to kind of redo my eyes when I get back, so that'll be like a different look. And I've got like 8 minutes, maybe 7 to finish. Even to finish this look, and then I said to. So don't ever put your value on a man. Please don't. But also allow a man to do what they're supposed to do. Allow a man to woo you. Allow a man to sweep you off your feet. Because now, if you don't woo me, you're not the man for me. Like, if you're gonna take me on a date and you offer to pick me up, which I don't like because there are serial killers out there. I know, trust issues. It's because I watch SVU. But if you are coming to pick me up, let's say maybe like third date, yeah, and you're coming to pick me up and you don't open the door, keep the door closed, because I'm not going in. Woo me. It's like the good old days ways of dating. It's died. Where are those guys? Get me a countryman, to be honest. Like, if you listen to those lyrics for country music, it is absolutely amazing, because that is the type of guy I want. Like, I want a guy who's caring, who's family orientated, who puts God first. Like, that is what I want. Not these hip-hop people, because also the type of music that men listen to, I feel like that also puts, oh, hold on, let me get you do this. There we go. I feel like that looks way better. Also, the type of music that men listen to, right? Like, especially when it comes like to hip-hop, there's like zero respect for women. I'm sorry, the way that they portray women is actually disgusting. It is disgusting. Like, we are being called names, we are being put in a way that doesn't flatter us at all. I saw this style on Instagram, so I'm gonna try and recreate it. And then just going to I'm just gonna try and recreate it. So let's just quickly do this. Okay, but the style was actually all the hair was up, so I'm just gonna do a half up, half down, because I'm in my, I don't know, I feel like this will be such a cute brunch look. So there we go. So not a lot of hair though. You guys, I need a better edge control gel, because what nonsense is this? This thing didn't even take. Like, okay, so then does this one need to go up or down? Okay, we'll sort that out now. So there we go. I feel like the mascara was still wet because there we go. I was gonna try and do a hot chocolate look, but I got so carried away talking that I actually forgot. Oh my god. Ek lyk so pragtig. Ek lyk so pragtig. Ek lyk so pragtig. Oh my goodness. Ek lyk so pragtig. Ek lyk so pragtig. And also, like, if I hype myself up like this, my mans better hype me up like this. My future mans better hype me up like this. Like, guys, it has to do a lot with self-acceptance and self-love and knowing who you are in this world. Like, don't be for the world. Don't consume to things of the world. Like, oh, sorry, like, don't consume to the world or what the world tells you that what a certain woman should be. Rather be a, and I'm saying this because I know what I'm going to say. I'm trying to be a proverbs, yeah, betu. Hey, English is not my mother tongue, and it's also not my home language. So I'm trying to be a Proverbs 31 woman. I still got such a long way to go. You know this bow thingy, I actually don't like it, but I'm trying to be more. Okay, oh, cute. No, I feel like it's taking away from the style. Hey, I feel like it's taking away from the, it's taking away from the style. No, I shouldn't paparash. Oh gosh, everything is like falling. I keep on fall. Okay, this is better. I feel like this is way better. Okay, so where are my hair and where are my bangs? Hey, my bangs must come this way. And then this part here, you know. Yeah, why is this one not working together? Oh, that's my alarm, you see? That's my alarm. I feel like I'm almost done, so the only thing left is the lippy, so let's quickly do the lippy. Going back to the beginning. No. So like I said, I'm trying to be a Proverbs 31 woman. It's not gonna happen overnight.